Greetings and welcome to another installment brought to you by Mohamed, Marrzooqi Advocates and Consultancy, leading legal experts.
The landlord's obligation towards the tenants in the Emirate of Dubai. These obligations can be derived from the articles of the law of regulating relationship between landlords and tenants in the Emirate of Dubai, number 26 of 2007, as amended by the law number 33 of 2008, which we have divided into 8 obligations. The first obligation, approved by the legislator to the landlord, is his obligation to hand over the property in a usable condition and to fulfill the benefit to which the tenant has concluded the tenancy contract. The property may also be structurally incomplete, and the tenant will complete the construction so that the property is ready to be used. As part of the agreement between the parties, that also include the determination of the party who bears the cost of the construction. Secondly, the landlord is obliged to grant the tenant the necessary approval to be submitted to the competent official authorities in the Emirate. Whoever wishes to perform a decorative work on the property or any other work requiring such approvals, however, such work should have not an impact on the structure of the property. Thirdly, the maintenance and the work in the property utilities during the tenancy period is the landlord's responsibility, unless the parties agree otherwise. For the record, the landlord has no right to make any changes in the leased property that would impact the tenant's benefit of the property. Fourthly, the landlord is not entitled to unilaterally terminate a due and valid tenancy contract except with the consent of the tenant, while he is entitled to terminate in a specific case clarified by law, which relate primarily to the tenant's violation of the law, such as a breach of contract terms, failure to pay the rent, value, or use property for illegal purposes. Fifthly, it's strictly prohibited for the landlord to cut off services from the property, harass the tenant, or restrict his rights to benefit from the property. When this occurs, the tenant is entitled to recourse to the police to prove the situation or stop the harassment, and the tenant may also file a claim supported by official reports of harassment to the Commission to compensate him for the damage he has suffered. Sixthly, the tenancy contract will not be terminated upon death of the landlord, but the tenancy relationship continues with his heirs. Also, it will not end upon the death of the tenant, but his heirs continue to use his property in accordance with existing contract, unless they wish to terminate the relationship. They may terminate at least 1 month after the landlord is notified that they wish to terminate the tenancy relationship. 7. Tenant will continue to occupy the property and benefit from it even if the ownership of the property is transferred to another person, if, for example, if the landlord has changed, under one condition, that the contract has a fixed date. 8thly, when the landlord demolishes, reconstructs, renovates and repairs the property, the tenant has a priority to lease again within not more than 30 days from the date of notifying the tenant. Thus, we have highlighted the landlord's obligation towards the tenant in the Emirate of Dubai, which can be considered as the rights of the tenant guaranteed by the law. One of the most important rights is the inability of the landlord to terminate the tenancy contract on his sole will, even if the property is transferred to another person, or even if the landlord or the tenant dies. The law also prohibits the landlord from harassing the tenant or cutting off services from the property, or making any changes in the property that would violate the tenant's benefit from the property. In addition to that, the law gave the tenant priority to return to the property if the landlord renovates or rebuilds it.
So today's video is brought to you by Mohamed Marrzooqi Advocates and Consultancy, leading legal experts. We have offices in Avoظbي and Dubai. We are waiting for your call. Please contact us for your consultation. Otherwise, you can visit our website, which is www.ml-advocates.com.